Hey there, people of the interwebs. My name is Brandon Noel. I'm a cartoonist. I cartoon. Christmas has always been like my favorite time of the year. It's always meant the world to me. When I was a kid, it was all about the gifts and the presents and the stuff. And then as I got older, it became less about the gifts and more about the meaning behind Christmas. You know, peace on earth, goodwill towards men. There's only one time in history where, in the middle of a war, we took a break because of Christmas. I mean, like, you know, it's Christmas. It's a wonderful, magical time of the year. Um, and over the last couple of years, it's become more about gift giving for me and what I can do in on a limited budget, being more elaborate each year with gift giving. So Christmas is always has and always will be my favorite time of the year. Now, as a movie buff, I want to talk about my personal 5 favorite Christmas movies. These are not in any particular order. As a cartoonist, these are my perennial classics. These are the movies that I put on every year and I quote every year, and they just put me in that spirit of cheerfulness and giving and that holiday spirit. So happy holidays, and you're more than welcome to disagree with my top 5s, but just know you're wrong. And to start things off, this is my 5th favorite. A Christmas Vacation. Just a classic Christmas movie. This is one I've been watching more and more over the last couple of years. As a guy who has been taken advantage of by corporations and companies on more than one occasion, I relate so much to Chevy Chase's ranting and raving at the end. When he's been expecting this Christmas bonus, and he gets the Jelly of the Month Club, and just the rant. I can't do it justice. It's one of the all-time greatest cinema rants in all of history. And he ends it with, "Hallelujah, where's the Tylenol?" I love that. Hallelujah, where's the Tylenol? Like it's this beautiful moment, and the whole film is just building up to this rant. Everything from the Christmas tree lights to the Christmas tree to the the family and everyone just crowded in, and unexpected relatives and Eddie, that one relative we all have. We all have an Eddie, by the way, living somewhere out in Porterville. But yeah, we all have a Eddie in our families, and it's a good movie. It's a good holiday movie. Every time I watch it, I forget what's her name. Lorraine from Seinfeld's in it. And it's a perennial classic. If you've never seen it, it's probably Chevy Chase at his best. I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan, but this, it's like this, Fletch, and Community is probably his best work. But Christmas Vacation is just an amazing perennial classic. And if you haven't watched it, take the time out of your schedule and give it a watch this holiday season. Number 4, A Muppet Christmas Carol. This is, by far my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. It acknowledges the book. It acknowledges everything. but it has that Muppet twist, that classic Muppet. I'm a huge Gonzo fan, so Gonzo is the narrator and stands in for Charles Dickinson, or Dickinson. Hoity-toity, godlike narrator. It's this beautiful love letter to the source material, and as well as being its own thing with the Muppets and the song and dance and the level of quality that the Muppet team brings to every production. You have just some great performances, not just from the Muppets, but from Michael Caine. Michael Caine does a beautiful version of Scrooge. I decided to do the Ghost of Marley and Marley just because it's my favorite song in the entire movie. Marley and Marley, woo! It's just my favorite scene. I don't think I illustrated Michael Caine as well as I could have. It was a weird angle that I was going for, just as a cartoonist. But this is, like, I always loved doing the Muppets, like drawing the Muppets. I try to draw them more like cartoon characters than sticking to photorealistic versions of the puppets or the Muppets. I've done several watercolor paintings of Muppets over the years, and they're just fun to illustrate. And it's my experience, they always got a pop at a convention. Somebody walks by and sees Kermit or Miss Piggy, they stop. Like the Muppets are well beloved, and I love illustrating them just for my own enjoyment. Christmas Carol, by far one of my favorites. It's a tragedy. There's a deleted scene where one of the songs, the master was unavailable, or it's been lost to history. So there's a deleted scene with a beautiful, heart-wrenching song about Scrooge losing the love of his life. But yeah, I'm just assuming you've seen this one. There's no reason for you not to have seen Muppet Christmas Carol. It's one of the best, and it's absolutely one of my favorites. Number 3, Mickey's Thrice Upon a Christmas. This is one of my perennial favorites. I watch this every year. The animation is breathtaking, first and foremost, as a cartoonist. Every time I watch this, I find something new or notice something different. This is some of the best Disney animation done in a long time. I know it was probably part of the TV department versus like their standard movie department, but it's just incredible, breathtaking animation. It's also 3 short stories. It's, you get a Mickey and Minnie story. I believe it's like they're riffing on The Gift of the Magi. I first heard the story as The Falconer, where, it's the classic, I want to give my girlfriend or wife a gift, but I don't have any money, so I'm going to trade my gift, trade my most valuable possession to get her a gift, and she's going to end up trading her most valuable possession to get him a gift, and the lesson at the end is you're each other's gifts. It's not, just be in each other's lives. It's a beautiful classic story that's been around since like the 4th century, and Disney nails it out of the park here. The other classic, because there's 3 shorts, the other short is one I absolutely love. It's Goofy from Goof Troop, Goofy and Max, and Goofy is just trying to protect the innocence of Santa Claus for his child. As somebody who is very much in love with Santa Claus, and very much, I got in fist fights in elementary school over Santa Claus. I'm not exaggerating. Santa Claus means the world to me. And you do not tell children there's no such thing as Santa Claus. I will punch you in the throat. No exaggeration. So for a father to just do everything in his power to defend the notion of Santa Claus is beautiful. It is done that in a way that only Disney can do. And at the end of it, Christmas miracles happen. And the world is a better place just simply for believing in Santa Claus. The third short story is also one of my favorites. It's a Groundhog's Day type story, but with Christmas. And Huey, Dewey, and Louie learning the real meaning of Christmas. If you've never watched Thrice Upon a Christmas, or Mickey's Thrice Upon a Christmas, do yourself a favor. It's streaming now on Disney Plus, or buy the DVD. It's been out for decades. It's worth owning. It's a classic. And it's just all around family fun. Number 2. Die Hard. Okay, first and foremost, yes, absolutely, this is a Christmas movie. This is more of a Christmas movie than some of our classic Christmas movies. There's more mention of Christmas and the holidays in Die Hard than there is in It's a Wonderful Life. This is absolutely one of my favorite Christmas movies. As somebody who is flat-footed, I squeam and squirm at some of the scenes, but yes, this is a classic American Christmas film. It is at its core about a father willing to do anything that he can within his power to protect his family and get back the ones he loved. That's very Christmassy and very, very much at the core. This film's about family. It is a very clever movie. It is incredibly well written. The scene with Alan Rickman turning the corner and oh no, you're one of them, and doing the American accent. It's brilliant. The movie is more clever than it has any right to be. Ho ho ho, mother effer! I now have a machine gun. The conversation about Roy Rogers and yippee-ki-yay. It's just, they set it up. He doesn't just say yippee-ki-yay, mother effer. They set it up. The movie is brilliant in its execution and incredibly clever in its writing. And yes, the action is right up there with any of the great action films of all time. This movie would go on a list of top 10, top 5 action movies. But at the same time, it's also a Christmas movie. It's about family. It's about this man who, wrong place, wrong time, terrorist attack, and he's doing everything within his power to protect his wife. It is also a very beautiful condemnation of 80s capitalism. Booby baby bubba BB, I make $100,000 deals every day. I can handle this. The villains are clever. The plan is competent. The hero is there by mistake. It's a beautiful, beautiful film. Everyone turns in a career-defining performance in this movie, and it's I watch it every year for a reason. It's good. And like I said, watch it. Number 2 is not bad either. It's not as Christmassy, but it's not bad. Number 3 is different, but worth watching for Samuel L. Jackson. But then we get into a whole conversation about the Die Hard franchise. Just watch Die Hard this season. You'll appreciate all the little Christmassy nuances. Number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. First and foremost, Frank Capra is my favorite director. Absolutely, 100%. There's not a thing that man hasn't done that I don't fall in love with instantly. whether it's the snafu military cartoons, his wartime work, or, his great American classics like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, or You Can't Take It With You, or in this case, It's a Wonderful Life. I literally watch this movie every year. There's something special that happens when Frank Capra works with Jimmy Stewart. I can't explain the chemistry. I can't explain. It's just, this is what makes cinema beautiful. And these two guys working with each other is a masterpiece. George Bailey is probably one of Jimmy Stewart's best characters, best performances, in a career full of amazing performances. Jimmy Stewart is that darn good. Let's just be straight up. It has one of the most sexiest scenes in all of cinema, with them coming back from the high school dance and her getting her robe stuck behind the bush and them flirting and, and them looking at the dilapidated building. He goes, I'm going to buy that house, and we're going to live there. And like, it's truly like that scene alone is one of the sexiest scenes in all of cinema. And then you compile it together with this story of George Bailey, this man who has put the needs of others before himself his entire life. He has taken beatings for putting the needs of others before him. He is, his brother, he put his brother before him, and he finds himself in a situation on Christmas that many people do, where he's contemplating suicide. At its core, It's a Wonderful Life is an anti-suicide film. It is, George Bailey standing there at the bridge, and he's just fed up and he's done, and he'd rather die than go to prison. And Clarence the angel comes to him and says, no, you don't have to do this. You shouldn't want to do this. And gives him a Twilight Zone-esque experience that makes this film one of the best movies of all time. Not just holiday films, not just Christmas films. It's a Wonderful Life, top 5 films all time, period. Frank Capra, Jimmy Stewart, this movie is a classic. If you have not seen it, you're going to enjoy this experience. I envy you, because I don't get to watch this movie for the first time again. I've seen this movie every year for the last 7 or 8 years. And I will say, there's a colorized version and then a black and white version. Watch the black and white version. Don't go in for this colorized bullshit. If you cannot watch a black and white film, I pity you. You, sir, are weak. Black and white is a beautiful film. This is what they had back then. So you shut up and just watch the black and white movie. You will be surprised at the depth and quality that can exist within a black and white film that you don't even get with today's digital computer enhancement, because all the colors wash out. You get these stark backgrounds and sharp edges so anyway, that's the soapbox. Just enjoy It's a Wonderful Life. And if this is your first time watching it, you will be impressed. I've been impressed every time I've seen this movie, and I've watched it a lot. So, there you have it. That was my top 5 favorite. Please like, subscribe, share, all that fun internet, social media stuff. Go to destinycomics.com. If you're looking for gift ideas, I've been a cartoonist since 2009, and I probably should have the book already out. But Flatfoot McGee, trade paperback, beast of a graphic novel. Very proud of this book, available at destinycomics.com. as well as all my other comic books and graphic novels that I've painted and drawn and illustrated over the years. Um, and yeah, thank you. Just hope you are having a happy holidays. And I'm going to get on my high horse here for a moment. Um, you know, happy holidays. Like if you want to hear Merry Christmas, it's in there. It's a happy holiday. So happy holidays. It's inclusive. Everyone gets a holiday. So happy holidays. Uh, hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoy my cartooning. Um, just have fun. Everyone needs a smile this time of year.